Hey guys, Ant here from Muff Squad, here with my round 3 of my 2017 NAIC Old Format tournament. I'm on the left playing DeciTales, and on my right we have Lucas playing the Mirror. We're both playing the same exact 60. We're playing the Igor Casa top 4 DeciTales list from that tournament. So again, I'm on the left and Lucas is on my right. And this is round 3. Our record is currently 1-1. So the loser of this match will be eliminated from the tournament, and the other will move on. So this is kind of an annoying matchup. I kind of never played the DeciTales Mirror. We both play Espeon EX, so I would imagine it, like going into the match, you just probably want to set up a bunch of feather arrows on Decidueye and then de-evolve and see who could win that trade as well. So that's going to be my game plan as far as going into this matchup. Just setting up Decidueye as fast as I can, getting feather arrows first, and then being the first to use Miraculous Shine from Espeon to de-evolve. Because if you just kind of swing and swing, like do Razor Leaf. I mean, you could actually two Razor Leaves as well with the Choice Band. It does 240 exactly. So I had some mulligans. Lucas is going to take his cards. I'm going to draw for turn. I had the Rowlet start. He has the Alolan Vulpix. So that's a good starter on his end. But I was thinking, okay, my hand was pretty good. And I was thinking, is it possible for me to get the triple feather arrow turn 1 to win? So that's what I was trying to go for right here. I do have some of the pieces in line to possibly pull that off, so I was definitely trying to dig for that right now. So I level ball for a Rowlet. I play the Forest. I evolve into Dartrix, into Decidueye. That's one feather arrow that I definitely have online here. Trainer's Mail, gonna grab an Ultra Ball. I'm not sure what's in my hand. I have a 3-card hand, so if I play the Ultra Ball, I would empty my hand. I don't know if I have a playable card. But Shaman 4/6 could be good as well. Set up for 6 before even supporting to see a fresh new hand. I wonder if that's what the route I go. I'm just going to play another Trainer's Mail. Grab a Forest just to thin out. Get that out of my deck. So, again, if I could get 3 Decidueyes down this turn, I just win turn 1 without even attacking, which is pretty good. And so I'm just going to Sycamore, discarding the Ultra Ball and the Forest. I see a Decidueye there as well. Did I get a Dartrix? I'm not sure if I got it. I'm going to attach a DCE to the active. I think I whiffed the Dartrix, so I wonder if instead of playing Sycamore but the turn before, I'm going to Field Blower the Forest away so that he doesn't get to utilize that as well. And I wonder if using the Sycamore instead of the Ultra Ball was correct there, because I could have technically drew into another Sycamore to keep digging. So maybe I should have just Ultra Balled for Shaman there. But I'm just going to put a Feather Arrow on the active Vulpix here and just end my turn, it looks like. So Lucas on his turn, he's going to play an Ultra Ball. He's going to discard a Espeon and a Lysander. So seeing the Espeon go is kind of refreshing because, again, I would imagine the game plan is just to spread feather arrows and then de-evolve. So this list played, I think it played 2 rescue stretchers, but it's going to make him utilize those stretchers and not getting the owls back into his deck. So that's something that I like to see. So he's going to play a level ball as well. Grab a Dartrix. So I wonder if he has a Forest of Giant Plants himself. I mean, him grabbing these cards tells me that he does have it. So, I mean, going first is huge in this matchup, just due to the fact that I was able to get an attachment down on this Decidueye. So now we will be seeing a Razor Leaf incoming. We kind of got some interruption on Lucas's board here. We have a dog on the field, man down. But It's all good here. This is just a friendly tournament here, nothing too serious. Just so he does have a forest, so we're gonna see that Rowlet come down, evolve right into Dartrix, into Decidueye. So he does have one Feather Arrow currently online. So he's gonna attach a DCE to his Decidueye, and looks like it's gonna and a Sycamore with a 0 card hand. So very good turn so far. He possibly could have a further dig with some Shamans later on. Let's see if he can set up some other Decidueyes as well. So we're both even right now. We both have one Decidueye on our first turn. Let's see if he can turn another Rowlet into a Decidueye going on again on his turn. Looks like he doesn't have much options for, or maybe he's just thinking out how to play out his turn here. So he does have a Rowlet, which is the first piece, but I think he's just considering if it's worth benching. I think he might be scared of some Feather Arrows killing it if I'm able to get the 3 Decidueyes back online. So sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera and light on my end while his turn is going, just because there was a glare on the active Pokemon that was bothering me. But let's see, Luke is still thinking on his turn. I'm not sure what he's thinking about or what he's debating. So, oh, he's using Beacon. Okay, he's using Beacon to see what 2 cards he's going to grab off the Beacon, and it looks like he's grabbing a Tapu Koko promo and a Dartrix. So, just setting up his evolutions for the following turn. I think I have an N in hand, so I'm most likely going to want to play N here just to disrupt that Beacon. Just, shuffling his hand, the Pokemon that he targeted off Beacon, shuffling him back into his hand, his deck, and making him have to find them again. So I do have a Choice Band. I'm going to attach that to the active. And I have a Float Stone onto the Rowlet. I'm going to Tapu Lele. So I'm probably going to grab an N here, which I do. I grab an N, I'm going to play it. So Tapu Lele is actually, I feel like a really good attacker in the mirror, just due to the fact that he can't be de-evolved and he can't be one-shot. They would need at least 3 Feather Arrows and then a Razor Leaf with the Choice Band, but for the mirror match, having them target their Feather Arrows to him is actually good because it's saving your Owls and possibly a de-evolve play in the future. So I feel like Lele puts on a lot of pressure. So I'm going to play Field Blower. That's my second blower. Play Field Blower, get rid of the Forest of Giant Plants. And I don't think I had much of a hand after that. So it looks like we're going to be putting a Feather Arrow. I'll probably put the Feather Arrow onto the Decidueye. I'm going to put it onto the Rowlet. And then I'm just going to Razor Leaf the Vulpix for knockout, going to 5 prizes. So let's see if Lucas on his turn could get the Grass Energy so he could at least start Razor Leafing my Decidueye, which kind of puts him in an advantage. The fact that he's going to be the first to put damage on the big boy with the attackers, it's going to be a huge advantage, I feel like, because if he could get a Choice Band and a Grass Energy, he's already 2-shotting the active my active Decidueye while putting Feather Arrows on my bench Rowlet. It's just setting up damage in the back. So he's going to level ball, probably grab another Rowlet here. Having better luck finding his Owls than me, because currently I just have one Decidueye and a Rowlet, and he's almost got 2 Decidueyes fully built, and he's probably about to grab another Rowlet here. So he does grab the Rowlet, and let's see how else will he play his turn here. So he currently has 1 Feather Arrow, and so if he could turn all 3 Owls lines into Decidueyes, he could very well do either 90 or 120 with Razor Leaf to my active, and then also Feather Arrow 3 times to my bench Rowlet to take the knockout. So that could be huge. That could put in a lot of pressure. 1 second. I'm just getting. And let's see. So I think he's still thinking on how he wants to play his turn. He's going to put a Choice Band onto a Dartrick. That tells you probably, okay, he's going to just Sycamore away a DCE, a Lysander, or a Revitalizer. So that's 2 Lysander gone. And the deck only plays 2 Lysander, no VS Seeker. So that's kind of refreshing to see because he's going to have to waste a Hollow Hunt piece onto probably a Lysander for the late game, which is fine. So he's going to play a Field Blower, get rid of my Floatstone and Choice Band. And does he grab the grass energy? He does find the Choice Band. Does he have the grass? So this is going to be massive here. Him hitting for 120 is just huge in the mirror match. He's just two-shotting. He's going to be able to play some... I actually think he forgets the Feather Arrow this turn. Because he never put... oh, he does. He's going to put 20 damage onto my Rowlet and then hit my active Decidueye for 120. So this was a huge turn for his part. I do get a Force Giant Plants. Debating if I want to bench a Vulpix or not. And I'm just seeing if I if he wants to. Let's see. Okay, so I do bench the Vulpix. And I'm going to set up for a couple cards here. And play a level ball. Probably, yeah, grab the Dartrix. Evolve that. Definitely trying to get some more owls online here. I have to find an attachment onto that Dartrix as well. Oh, I think I attached to the Lele. So, like I mentioned before, the Lele is good because even Lele with DCE is hitting his active Decidueye for 100 damage. With the Choice Band, it does 130 damage. So a significant amount of damage for just a basic Pokemon. So, off of the Trainer's Mail, I'm just going to grab a Lysander here. So I still only have 1 Feather Arrow. I can't find my Decidueyes here. So that Dartrix on his bench currently has 20 damage, and his other Pokemon have 0 damage. So I think I'm gonna place a Feather. I place a Feather Arrow to that Dartrix, putting it at 40, and probably just gonna hit this Dartrix for 90. Yeah, I just Razor Leaf it for 90 damage here, and I'm going to pass. So,
I'm going to play Mail.
He's going to play So, I hit into this for 90 because I'm setting up the Lele play. So, if I could get another Feather Arrow, put it at 110, and then find a Choice Band with DCE, I actually kill it with Energy Drive. So, that's a good... I'm just trying to set up good math here. And
I'm going to attach
Lucas is going to put a Floatstone on his benched Rowlet. And let's see what he's going to play N here. I have a 7-card hand. He's going to shuffle that down to 5. He's going to shuffle and draw 6. So he does currently have a knockout onto my active Decidueye. And he has 1 Feather Arrow currently. So he could place the Feather Arrow either onto the Lele to start chipping away at it. Because he probably sees that I'm going to come up with an Energy Drive attack. And like I mentioned before, in order for him to one-shot a Lele, he's going to need at least 3 Feather Arrows on it as well. So, and a Choice Band. So, he's definitely going to want to find an energy attachment to bench to a bench Dartrix. And he's going to want to find, obviously, some more owls. So, he's playing another Trainer's Mail here. Let's see what he grabs off the Trainer's Mail. He's going to grab a Field Blower. Probably... gonna just save that for now. I don't think it's relevant for him. Looks like we're gonna see an Ultra Ball incoming here. He's probably gonna grab a Decidueye to get his second one online. Decidueye getting rid of Blower, and I believe that's a Rowlet. And most likely grabbing a Decidueye off of this. Yeah. So he's currently has 2 Decidueyes. I mean, it's kind of amazing how the game's already in so deep, and I only have 1 Decidueye, and this is his second Decidueye. So we're both kind of struggling on fighting these owl pieces and just going off. But now he currently has 2 Feather Arrows, and he has Knockout with Razor Leaf on the active. So curious to see where he puts these 2 Feather Arrows. again, he could put him on the dart tricks, or he could just start setting him up on the Lele, because he's probably anticipating the Lele response on my end. So he plays another trainer's mail. Gonna grab a sycamore for his probably his next turn. He's already played N. So just curious as to what, again, how he's gonna be placing these feather arrows this turn. I would imagine he places them on the Lele. He's gonna set up. He's having a great turn here. Just seeing a lot of cards, setting up his turns here. He could potentially turn that rowlet into a. So I think he was digging for that energy, which is huge. He needed to get an attachment down his backup. Decidui. He does get the grass down. I believe he's down several DCEs. So he's going to put the 2 feather arrows onto the Lele and then Razor Leaf for 120 onto the active. He's going to go down to 4 prize cards. I'm at 5. And let's see. So I have no feather arrows currently, and Energy Drive is only hitting for 100 damage. So there's 90 damage. So I need to make up 50 damage somehow. So in ways to make 50 damage, I could have Ice Bladed, I could have Choice Banned 1 feather arrow, or I could attach a DCE, which is 4 into 7, 140. Actually, so Choice Band helps here. So I'm currently hitting for 130. So I need to find 1 feather. Ultra Ball, probably getting a Decidui here, because 1 feather arrow will do the perfect math here. So the feather arrow will put it at 110 because it currently has 90, and then I'm hitting for 130 with Energy Drive, which is perfect math, exactly 240, taking out his Decidui. I'm gonna go probably down to 3 prizes. Well, he could still one-shot me with his backup Decidui if he finds a DCE. So I do play N here. I'm gonna see 5 cards. He's gonna see 4. N was definitely great there because I want to minimize his odds of fighting that DCE. Okay. So I grab another Rowlet down, trying to turn that into a Decidui, obviously. My deck is pretty low here, so okay, so I'm just going to evolve straight into a Dartrix. I'm not sure if I have the Decidui yet. I'm going to attach a grass. I'm thinking about where I want that. So I always had the Espeon play in the back of my mind. So I looked at it like, well, if I attach it to the Decidui that has 20 damage already, he's just 3 feather arrows away from de-evolving it. So I was like, he needs a little more feather arrows to de-evolve it, de-evolve the Dartrix. So at least this energy is safer here, because he currently can't. It's going to be harder for him to get 4 feather arrows than 3. So I figured it is safer to attach to the Dartrix. So I do feather arrow active and then Energy Drive for knockout, going down to 3 prizes. Lucas is at 4. He has a 5 card hand here. He promotes the Tapu Koko promo. And let's see if he could find a DCE. So in order for him to take a knockout on this Lele, he does need to find a DCE. So the Razor Leaf is currently doing 120 if he finds a DCE. Yeah, and then 1 feather arrow. So he has the 1 feather arrow online. He does have the DCE, which kind of sucks for me because I was hoping I could end him not into it. He's already down a couple shamans and supporters. But this is a massive turn for him. So he's going to put the feather arrow on deactive. We're going to see a Razor Leaf for 120. He's going to go down to 2 prizes. And this, I need a lot on my turn here. So again, Lele putting a ton of pressure because, you know, he deflects those feather arrows. He had to feather arrow onto my Lele. So my owls were safe from taking damage. So again, Lele putting an enormous amount of pressure in the mirror match. So I'm going to play Ultra Ball. This is where I think I've realized that I prized my other Decidueyes here, which really sucks because I really needed to get a Decidueye here. So instead, I'm just going to grab the Espeon here. I only have one Feather Arrow. I believe that Dartrix has 40 damage currently. So even if I de-evolve it, he doesn't die. So if I could turn this Dartrix, I have to find a Rescue Stretcher, I believe. So I have to turn this Dartrix into a actually, I think I have a Decidueye in my hand. Yeah, I do. So my plan is to retreat. Oh, I have the Float Zone, which is great, so I don't have to burn that energy. So I'm just going to evolve. We're going to see 2 Feather Arrows onto the active Decidueye, putting it at 80. And then if I could find an energy here, I do. We're going to see a Miraculous Shine here to de-evolve the... to de-evolve. So I'm putting the Feather Arrows just at 80 damage. Then I'm going to use Miraculous Shine. Let's see if I could have an N. Yeah, I play an N here. I'm going to N him to 2 and de-evolve. So this might be my window for a comeback here. He's down several DCEs already, and I'm taking away all his energy on board with this play. I have a 3-card hand. I'm going to end him to 2, and I'm taking away his only attacker on the board currently. So I felt like this is my shot. I have 2 Feather Arrows for the following turn. On my following turn, if I could find a DCE Lysander, I could win. I could kill the Shaman. So I do de-evolve it there. I'm going to go to 2. I'm going to go to two prizes because I only take a 1 prize since it was a Dartrix that gets knocked out since you de-evolved. He promotes the Coco here. Forest of Giant Plants is out, so if he has a Dartrix, he could just evolve into Dartrix, then right back into Decidueye because he has a Decidueye in hand. So he should have a 4-card hand, one of them being a Decidueye. So interesting to see here how he responds. So he needs a double attachment. So he has a Sycamore. He's going to play Sycamore, but getting rid of a Decidueye here. He's down several Decidueye. I don't believe he's played any Rescue Stretchers yet. So, let's see what he gets off of this Sycamore. It's a close game. Definitely having a close game here that we're both tied at 2. He could very well... So, him benching another Tapu Koko promo here is... I like to see that because that's not an Owl or a Lele. So he does have a Rescue Stretcher, which is going to be huge here. He's just going to put a Dartrix 2-hand, which tells me he probably has a Decidueye in hand. He's going to evolve into Dartrix, evolve into a Decidueye. So for the very least, and a Grass. So that Sycamore was massive. So we're probably just going to see a Hollow Hunt here for DCE Lysander, which is just game. That'll just finish him the game because he could just kill a Shaman here. So he's asking me how many ends did I play, and I played 3. So I needed to end him really bad on my turn, next turn, because he's gonna definitely Hollow Hunt and just grab his game-winning pieces here. So he's gonna flip over that GX counter, indicating he's gonna use Hollow Hunt. And Hollow Hunt gets to search your discard pile for 3 cards, and you get to put it into your hand. So most likely he's going to grab a combination of DC and Lysander just to kill a Shaman for game. Because he just needs 1 Feather Arrow and Razor Leaf for 90, which is 110, killing a Shaman, taking his last 2 prizes. So the pressure's on. Let's see if I could find Lysander DCE on my turn. Because I could win on my turn. So we're pretty much in the same position. We're both looking for Lysander DCE. So fortunately, I have the opportunity to find it before him. So let's see if I could capitalize on that. He's going to be a turn too late. But otherwise, if I can't disrupt or if I don't find those pieces, he has game next turn guaranteed. Because he, like I said, most likely. So yeah, he's putting 2 Lysanders and a DCE to his hand. Just also anticipating the end and optimizing his odds
DC.
to hitting a Lysander off of like an N. So he's gonna just grab both Lysanders and a DCE and put it to hand, and he's gonna end his turn. And I think he forgot to Feather Arrow, so I think he's just. Oh no, he did Feather Arrow to one of my shamans. So I'm just trying to figure out what's my
0.
best odds here. I'm not sure what I'm asking. How many? I think I'm asking him how many DCE were played. I'm in a really tough spot. I probably don't have it, because if I had it, I would just flip it down. I'm gonna manually retreat into Dartrix, and again, do I have the end is the question. I desperately need to end this turn, so I'm gonna Lysander up Shaman. So okay, I'm doing this play because I asked him how many. It was float stones. I probably asked him how many float stones. So there's currently a float stone on the active. Well, not the Decidueye that went onto the bench. The deck plays 2 float stones, so he had zero. He had no float stone in his discard pile. So I figured I'd take my odds. He can't double attach, because if he attaches to retreat the Shaman, then he can't Razor Leaf. So I figured I just bring up the Shaman. I'm going to use my own Hollow Hunt. I Feather Arrowed onto the Decidueye. And I put 2 Feather Arrows onto that Decidueye, because worst case scenario, I could de-evolve next turn if he whiffs. I'm just grabbing N in double DCE, and he does have the Float Stone. He has Lysander, DCE. So I was just banking on him to have the Float Stone or not. And unfortunately, he did have the Float Stone. He's going to advance to the next round. I got eliminated. But that's my rounds with DeciTales. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please check me out on social media at Muff Squad NJ. All across the board. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch as well. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great night, and take care, guys.